It all started on a seemingly ordinary day in my quiet suburban neighborhood. The sun was setting, casting long shadows over the houses, and the neighborhood was bathed in an eerie twilight. I had always considered my neighbors friendly and familiar, but little did I know things were about to take. One evening, as I was tending to my garden, I noticed something strange next door. The Johnsons, a family I'd known for years, had their windows wide open even though it was an unusually cold night. I could hear hushed voices and the faint sounds of chanting. Concerned, I approached their house. But that night, I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing hushed whispers outside of my window, as if a dozen people were engaged in some sinister conversion. I peeked out, but the street was empty. When I glanced at the Johnsons' house, I saw flickering shadows moving behind their curtains. Fear gripped me, but weeks went by, and the odd occurrences continued. Unearthly lights emanated from the Johnsons' basement window, casting eerie glows that danced across my walls. I knew I had to investigate. One night, I approached their house and carefully descended into the darkness of their basement. What I saw in that basement will haunt me forever. The Johnsons, along with other neighbors, were gathered around a circle, their eyes vacant, chanting an incantation that sent shivers down my spine. In the center of the circle, a swirling vortex of darkness seemed to materialize, and from it emerge. With every ounce of courage, I fled the Johnsons' basement. My heart pounded in my chest as I raced back to my house. I knew I had stumbled upon something beyond my comprehension, something malevolent. But as I looked back at the Johnsons' house, I realized they were no longer mere neighbors. I couldn't ignore the truth any longer. My neighbors were entangled in dark forces, and I had to uncover their secrets before it was too late. I began researching ancient rituals and occult practices, hoping to find a way to save them from the malevolent entities they had unleashed. As I delved deeper into the world of the occult, I experienced everything encounters of my own. Shadows moved independently, objects levitated, and chilling voices echoed through my home. The spirits that had been summoned were not confined to the Johnsons' house. They were now a part of my life. Armed with knowledge and determination, I confronted the Johnsons. They were no longer the people I had known. Their eyes were vacant, their voices devoid of humanity. I demanded they break the curse they had unleashed, but their laughter sent shivers down my spine. Desperate to save my neighbors, I turned to an elderly woman known in the neighborhood as a keeper of ancient knowledge. She revealed the dark truth. The only way to break the curse was a life for a life. I had to make an unthinkable choice. With a heavy heart, I made the agonizing decision to offer myself as a sacrifice to the malevolent entities. The ritual was performed, and I felt myself being pulled into a dark abyss. The last thing I saw were Johnson's vacant eyes, now filled with remorse. Inexplicably, the curse was lifted. The malevolent entities vanished, and the neighborhood returned to normal. But at what cost? The Johnsons were forever changed, haunted by the horrors they had unleashed. I was left with scars both physical and emotional, a reminder of the darkness that lurked within. Though the neighborhood appeared normal once more, I couldn't shake the fear that it was only a matter of time before the malevolent entities returned. I now live with the knowledge that the supernatural can intrude upon even the most mundane of places, and that darkness may hide behind any neighbor. To those who read this account, be wary of your neighbors. The line between the ordinary and the supernatural is thin, and you may never truly know what lives next door. Trust your instincts, and remember that evil can lurk in the most unexpected places.